Rolf, welcome everybody. Just looking at this dollar because this is one of my main focuses as we as we approach the middle of January and start to look into the future as 2025 unfolds. So you can see all this resistance up here. There is a degree of divergence at the moment, but it's printed a new high here in this latest run, which kicked off from back in September, early October. Um, so if this can roll over, if this holds, and we start to close lower, that will give the markets breathing room to pick up, assuming the bond market yields in the bond market pull back as well. That's one of the things that's killing the FTSE at the moment is the bond market. Having said that, it has actually held up in the higher yields that we've seen in the last few days. So that's why I started buying this dip here on this 50% to see if we can hold and then get back up through that 8,300. Okay, quick look at the foots. Like I said, I'm going to do this nice and quickly today and keep this nice and short. So here is the Dow. If we hold this level here, we've got a potential reversal on our hands. We've got divergence in the RSI. So we've got a new low with a higher low on the RSI. If we've got a new low in this trend and close above, we have potentially created a bottom. And then this is the 4th to 5th November breakout that occurred on the results of the last US election. So we could see a repeat of that over here. Let's look at, so oil at the moment is sitting up at resistance. So if we break 78, then I think we're going to 80, 82. I'm looking for this to turn around. I think as the weather warms up a bit and we get some more calming news in the market, I think this will come off. It's a major point. We broke up here and then fell right back in August. Came up here. So if you're in oil stocks, absolutely no reason to get out at the moment, assuming they are holding up and you're happy with them. But just watch out because if we do fall over here, I think we can potentially come back to 67, 65, and so on. I think it's Norway is close to being the first nation that is selling 100% electric vehicles. So there is a downward pressure on oil consumption. Just need to keep an eye on that if you're in oil stocks. Gold is coming off. So potentially you've got head and shoulders to the other side on this gold. Shoulder, slightly higher move, head, lower shoulder. So if we come back and don't hold this 50%, 50%, yeah, 50% and 50 MA, then that's a major problem. 26.33, close underneath that, and we're going to really start to pull right back. Come back and hold that 26.33 and close higher, then we could march back up. The weaker dollar could see that go right back up to the highs. It's an upward trend, so 26.33, 35 is a good place to get in and get your stop out of trouble and see if that holds. get out if that does not work. Okay, let's have a quick look at euro and then we'll move on. So euro has penetrated this low from November 22. If we close back up there above that 102, 103, close above 103, and that could march up. In the meantime, it's still clearly in a downtrend. This 50-day average, any attempt to get close to that at the moment has been sold into. So we did see a nice push up here on the 6th, only to see that pull right back and break support. So steer clear of that for now if you're looking to buy. I'm still very interested in this pound yen. This was a good move last, and we are just coming to some support down here. So 189.60 is a potential buy. Right, let's look at stocks. Shout out any stocks you are in or looking at. I've got a couple I want to talk about. So let's have an update on that monster. Wow, what a move right up to 55, and here we are back. Now this is we've come right back into this breakup area. So that was a huge number up there. Let's have a look at this. Let's get closer to this. Yeah, could potentially come down to 27,300. But we've already had a big move up on the first few couple of days here. So if we close above 32.65, that could go back to the highs. However, close underneath here, and we could wind our way right back and boomerang back to this November area. So, you know what? At the moment, I think that might all retrace all the way down to 27,370. Keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes on it, not out. BP, so this is moving very, very nicely up from this double bottom at 365 or 430. Looks like we can come and find 440 plus. And keeping on the oil, tallow. So that move down to 18 has worked well. This is a much more speculative one. So I think there's a possibility that might come peel back all the way to 20. So if you're interested, look at that one. This potential is not holding up at all. So we've got support down there at 595, but this is we had some upside in this, but it's just not held. So that the jury is well and truly out on that. Huge support of 595. At the moment, I would steer clear. Sticking with financials, legal and general. That moved down to 217 looks good. On volume, we've come up on volume. This is a potential good move here. On the basis of today's action, I would buy 220 with a stop under 215. I would get out if that's broken. Okay, make a note of this. I'll try and get 220. My target would be 250 up there at June highs. The main thing I like about this is two things. A, I like that support at 217, 218. That's where we last broke out from. And B, I like the volume. The volumes are picked up down here. So I think LNG is a good one. Um, this Cousins, I'm not in this, but well, yeah, this looked all right for a while. Looked good on the 8th, and here we are underneath that 8th low, and volume is falling away. So be careful of that one. Vodafone. That looks like that's a potential. Look at the volume coming in on Vodafone. They're buying out, buying in the Indian market. I saw some news story on this today. That's decent volume, so I think Vodafone could be in play there. BT has been pulling right back. Keep an eye out on this level because we start closing above 140. I think BT might recover. Those two in the telecom sector look all right. And yeah, one we looked at. I'm not in this. I'm out and staying out. But this we did break. This is Capita. We did come up in July here. Volumes are pathetic. Really falling out of favor. Really pulling right back. It's in a sector which is very wobbly anyway. The public sector cuts on the table left, right, and centre. So but this is not a stock that's getting support. So be very careful. And what else do I want to look at? Look at Chenring. No. And let's look at IQE. I talked about IQE. This is starting to pick up. This is a speculative tech stock. Ever since that drop to 8.5, that has picked up. If you see 10 again, I might get in that half size. It's a speculative stock, be careful. Elementis is pulling right back. Chemical stock. Right. Anything else you want me to look at? I said I was going to keep this short today. Where else was I looking at? Anything you want to look at? Hmm. Is that the US stock, Canco? Canco's a separate stock, is it? S3, right, okay. Yeah, I knew you might ask about this. I just don't like it, full stop. Let's have a look. So we've already gone from 230 to £3. Has to close above that 280 for me to do anything. Because you're talking about the long side, aren't you? Has to close back above that little grey at this bar here, the 8th of Jan. Because if we stay underneath this 270, we could go and see 250 and lower. Don't like the volume, don't like the lower closes. Um, I mean, there is got support here from, well, 17th December. sort of falling into that 17th December range. But the volume is not suggesting that can go up from here at the moment. In at 264. Okay. So you've got a nice low number. Let's put 264 in there. Okay, so you are just above water at the moment. Needs to prove itself, needs to so you had decent profits up there at £3. So 264 to £3 and it's turned around. So obviously a lot of people got out of that round number looking to fill the gap. Right. Okay. Let's see if that is any good. Anything else? The direct line is still sitting up. You know, um, if we come back to 230 and hold, that might be worth a go. But uh, Cancal, right. I don't know, Cancal. Is it on this list or not? A new IPO, okay. Then obviously it's so new, it's not on this platform. Okay, if I can see that another time, I'll post it in the room. Obviously, I can't get hold of it at the moment. Are you in Cancal or are you thinking of getting in? Looking to get in. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Not now, but let me just WH. Just looking through my list. I've not gone through this properly yet. Floated December 16. Okay. This is an interesting one. This is a very interesting one. Because if this £9 holds, this is RNWH. I've just momentarily forgotten the name. Where is it? Renew Holdings, that's it. This is a so recently we were 1150, broke up here in April 24. So potentially we could go back up to that 1150 if this RNWH holds. A couple of others I'm looking at. This is an interesting one. Softcat, Softcat. Because if we start to hold down here, so recently 1750 in October, we're back at 1475. I think this is worth a look. We could well come and see that 14. I think it's worth seeing, waiting until if we see any pick up in volume on this soft cat. Otherwise, I like that. I'll do one more and I'll go, unless you've got anything else. QED, right, okay, I'll look at that in a sec. R2O. Hmm, I don't want, okay, let's look at your QED. Quad rise. Let me spell that out then. Yeah, what a mover. 1.5p to 8. Oh. Um, if that came down to 4, or better still, 3.5, that's worth a punt. It's trying to hold, as you can see, it's trying to hold 5.5. Um, last one. Oops. Hmm. This has come a long, long way. I would leave it. You bought for a penny and sold at 2.5. You've done well. Yeah, it's a handsome move. Yeah, we've all got ones we've gone out too early. We all got those. Brilliant. Okay. Thanks very much. I'm going to leave it there. Dash off. Happy hunting. Cheers. Bye.